Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So the Jimmy Butler trade rumors are definitely heating up this morning. And to be honest with you guys, Jimmy Butler and his agent Bernie Lee are very, very smart. And I'm going to tell you why. So if you think about it, right, the Miami Heat have been playing really good basketball, right? They entered a new starting lineup. I believe they're 7-2. They're currently on a 3-game win streak, right? This dude right here, shout out to him. He was like, he had been looking good recently, and they decided to apply pressure for his contract now to see if they could force the Heat to pretty much pay him, which makes perfect sense, right? Hey, look, we're winning games. We just beat the Lakers. We beat the Cavaliers. Let me get my contract. I've been playing some good basketball. The problem is I don't think the Miami Heat are going to budge, and it doesn't really make much sense for the Miami Heat to pay Jimmy Butler. At the end of the day, the main goal is to win a championship, and that's what Jimmy Butler wants to do. And with the roster that we have at the moment, we cannot beat the Boston Celtics. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. We just can't. We're not good enough. So at this point, you just eventually trade Jimmy Butler. And those three teams that have been brought up, the Dallas Mavericks, the Golden State Warriors, and the Houston Rockets, I honestly think those are teams that Jimmy Butler requested. He's like, listen, if I can't get a deal done, I want to go to one of these teams. He wants to win. He still wants to go to a championship contender team. And if you look at it, when you look at the standings, look at the top three teams. Well, top 3, 4, 5 teams. You got the Houston Rockets, who are 16-8, who's third in the West. You got the Dallas Mavericks, who is tied 16-8, but 9-1 in their last 10. And the Golden State Warriors. He wants to go to a contender team. And it's funny that all of these three teams are literally right after each other. And the Miami Heat, obviously, we're a top 5 seed, but we're 12-10. We've been mediocre pretty much all season, and we're just really not going to get the job done. Now, when we start looking at the teams and see what, the draft or the trade value that we can get off Jimmy Butler, starting off with the Dallas Mavericks, obviously we're not going to get Luka. They're not going to trade Kyrie. They recently just signed Klay Thompson, so it's just like they got Jaden Hardy, Derek Lively, maybe draft capital. Is that enough for a Jimmy Butler trade? Now, I do like the Dallas Mavericks being involved just because the Miami Heat have different options to go, and it can force another team to overpay for Jimmy Butler, and that's objectively our goal. Now, on the other hand, for the for the Houston Rockets, right, we can look at a player like Cam Whitmore. You can look at a player like Amen Thompson, Deshaun Tate, Jabari Smith, Reed Shepard, Jalen Green, Tyree Eason. There is players that the Miami Heat could ask for and also get draft capital off it. So I do think it makes sense to, negotiate with a young potential contender team in the Houston Rockets. And then lastly, the Golden State Warriors. You got players like Podge, you got players like Trace Jackson Davis, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. So these are the two teams you really want to talk to get the most, the most value out of Jimmy Butler. So let me know what you guys think about this situation. It's definitely going to heat up. And if you guys want to stay updated to all Miami Heat content, drop a follow, comment down, and drop a like, of course. I love you guys so much.